and my stream should be starting up right now as well. We fixed some issues along the way right now. I hope I'm loud and clear for the mic. And it's qualifying for the BMW Cup. It's currently Gohan on pole position with Jack Pro not far behind. It's only 200ths of a second between those two. P3 is for Antmenos 2020. We have 10 cars on track if I'm correct, and it's 10 minutes of the sessions remaining. Who will take that pole after those 10 minutes? Only 10 will tell. As Gohan is improving this time around. He's purple in sector 2, green in sector 1. Across the chicane in the final sector he goes, across the finish line, and he improves yet again. It's a 46.398, improving that gap by 1.5 tenths of a second.
He's going even faster. Sector 1 is a 9.809, but it gets overtaken by Jack Pro, 9.777. So
lucky number 777 for him.
Definitely mixing up. Ooh. I think Gohan might be stuck. Nope, no, they're not. But it looks like Jack Pro could be climbing up that ladder there to potentially overtake them. All depends on how this last sector goes. Sector 2 is pretty quick, but Sector 1 is purple. Might it be enough to get into the 45 range? Yes, it is. Takes quick time once again. Mr. Monaco is rejoined once again. They had some time on track. Unfortunately, couldn't get a lap in before disconnecting.
Yep, and do you know where his car is by any chance? Cause
let me run around.
At the turn 10, I believe.
Turn 10. Thank you very much,
chicane.
GD Kelly.
I got him. I got it.
As we run on board with Lemon for his lap, he is starting his lap right now, finishing another one. He is green in the second sector, and he will improve for 240. He won't improve. Never mind. I am blind.
The huge lag spike I was having there. Almost thought I was gonna crash as I was teleporting. I was like, "Oh, I got him! I got him!
I got him!" And then he does the internet himself.
Oh, Gohan! Oh no, he was on a purple sector 1, but he hits the barrier hard. That takes away this opportunity to improve.
That will not help. Indeed, it's not a great thing for him to hit a wall. Won't help your chances of improving, but still, he's still on that provisional pole spot. Oh, he's not. Jack Pro PC has overtaken him in the meantime. Arizona up to 3rd place and Chris in 4th. Will Gohan have an answer for Jack Pro PC? That's the question.
Jack crosses the line, does not improve, only about a single tenth off of his record. Despite his crash, Gohan managed to still keep a 49-second lap time. That's impressive, you know, despite the odds. And Jack Pro here has another purple sector 1.
As Mr. Monaco is trying to put in a valid lap time for the first time without his oh no, never mind, he is not. He's standing right next to his car, not moving at all. And he has left the game again. He has disconnected once again. It's not a great internet day for Mr. Italia.
Gohan does not have any purple times, but there could be something coming up. Their Sector 2 is very fast. Jack Pro with the fast Sector 1. Sector 2, Jack Pro does go faster, but what about Gohan? Gohan closing in.
Gohan goes to the provisional pole spot with a 46.1. Great lap for him, and he wasn't purple nor green anywhere across the lap time. So there's more for him in it. Maybe he can tickle those 45s even.
It's definitely one of the more intense qualifying sessions we've seen at the Patriot Grand Prix. These two just duking at it, lap by lap.
And we have a small butler here at the hairpin with Jason, Gohan, and Mustang. Which, what does he go by? Is that Jam?
Ooh.
No, it's CMD.
Jam.
It's CMD.
Yeah.
But Jason and CMD are battling around in qualifying. That looks very exciting indeed.
Gohan making the way across the line, does not improve, but it is so damn close there. 46.260. Over halfway done.
And Jason is the guy driving one of those few cars which actually have a scheme on it. Lemon does as well, but the scheme of Jason looks absolutely gorgeous. his name on it as well, and he's here to win it, as it says for at the side of his car. Let's see what he can put out today, as he's being overtaken by Lemon right now, and CMD is in front of that well, all going through the hairpin right now. Not using the handbrake like the guys at the top do, but still making it through on the downhill sections. To the chicane we go. He keeps it on track, running slightly wide here, exiting wide after the chicane, onto the next chicane at the end of the lap. What will it be for Jason? He has improved in the first sector. Across the finish line he goes, and it will be in 52.6. Another improvement for him.
Let's see how the Mr. Monaco situation is gone. He's still stopped there on the chicane. No signs of life. Same thing for Mustang. Mustang is currently holding his revs and might be disconnecting in just a short bit.
Yeah, that doesn't look good for him. And he is out of the server, just like we expected. There goes your internet.
I'll move him off the line. Only about 5 minutes left. Mr. Monaco, I think is maybe he's got moving again. Let's see. And he has actually gotten it back going. So Mr. Monaco's here, and it's gone back to decent at the cost of Mustang. Mustang off of the edge of the chicane. So that might be
Okay,
the problem
Robo,
turn.
can you please bring Mustang back to his car?
Is he back at the server?
He's back in the game, yeah.
Is that CMD?
Yeah, CMD is back. That's NASCAR. As Mr. Monaco is trying to finish his first lap, he hasn't put in a lap in practice because of his internet, and it's looked like it could be not happening in qualifying, but now it's through the final corner. He goes wide, he spins it out, and he still makes it a lap time.
Puts it in 8th. So he is going to start ahead of some people. I feel like we should probably do a grid start.
Yeah, we should actually.
Like, if it was like more... If it was like... I don't know how to put it, but
Okay, the
I
vision
feel like
lag
we
is
might be
also
better.
not helping for a rolling start as well, because it will be quite chaotic. Because there's a lot of mixed servers here, I think, not a mixed servers, but like we have people from all over the globe joining right up here. We have Europeans, Africans, and even some Americans, and that's not helping Roblox to run quite smoothly. As you guys can see on stream as well, it's quite a PowerPoint presentations in some cases, so we will do a standing start, but we will watch those jumps, because that's not what is supposed to happen.
I'll let you figure out what determines the jump.
As we are on board with Gohan once again, he's not improved in the first sector. Still a good sector 1 though, a 9.8. Through the hairpin he goes onto the downhill sections, approaching another chicane whilst he overtakes Jason for that lap. He keeps it a little bit wide, but that's fine here. Track limits, it's not like he used to. Into the final corner he goes. It's a purple sector 2 across the finish line, and he is not improved.
Jack Pro's made his way into... Sorry, Jack Pro's made his way into the sub 46.2 seconds range, but
yeah, it's a 0.06 second difference between the top two. Then we have Chris 3/10 behind of them. Arisnada is 4/10 behind of that, and I think those four will make a great race today. One of those will run away with it, unless we get a surprise, or if Monaco has good internet for 1 second, he might have a chance as well. Gohan is purple in sector 2, but he had an invalid sector 1, so it won't count for him. As
Gohan
he goes
side by side with Jack Pro.
And Aris not far behind of them as well. It's basically a battle for that pole position, whilst also racing each other.
Gohan's last lap would have been an absolute banger, a 45.927, had it not been invalid on the first sector.
Ooh, and Jack Pro has a small stop of oversteer. It looks like he's lost some ground on Gohan here. He's now battling it out with Arisnada.
Let's see how this sector 2 looks.
As we are
There's only
rubber
about a
banding a
minute
little
left.
bit here to the downhill section. And
if we are... Sorry.
No, go ahead.
If we are closing down on... with only a minute left, If you do pack lead rules, I believe Gohan or Jack Crow are the pack leaders. So, but if
Well,
you just do it
it's
by
just
like
basic. It's
passing the line.
basically it's just when the timer runs out, it's finish your lap times. If you
All right,
start a new lap before, it's just for yourself, basically, not pack lead. It's
all
for
right,
yourself.
all right. Fair enough. I was just trying to make sure of that. So, if the checkered flag comes out, just might be able to do something good here.
And,
Fast Racer, the one non-SLC racer in the top three,
and
might be able
I
to cook something.
and I am back from accidentally leaving the stage.
And
Yeah,
Gohan
fast.
backs off.
Yeah,
Gohan backs off. He could have got another one, but he's backed off. Jack Rose got another one. At this point, this is the final lap for Jam and Manos. So Jam, that's your final lap.
Manos across the
Manos,
finish line. Will he improve? No, he will not.
Mr.
It will do
Monaco,
49.
Mr. Monaco at the
Right.
top six. Lemon, Jam, you're gonna need to back off. So, yeah, don't try to go faster. Once you guys cross,
And quali has ended.
once
Finish up
this,
your laps and go back to the pit lane. And if he wants, we could do an interview with Gohan because he took pole position here
all right.
today at the Patriot Grand Prix at Track Loans here.
Let's pull it into the pit lane for now. We could do like one parade lap maybe. Order is Gohan, Jack Pro PC, Fast Racer in third place. Fourth place is going to be Arisneta. Manos in fifth place. Sixth place is going to be Mr. Monaco. Lemon in seventh. Pineapple Jam in eighth, and Mustang ninth. Jason in 10th. That is your grid for today. 10 cars. Pretty good field.
It's a pretty decent grid for today. A 10-car race. It might not sound like a much, but it could absolutely cause a spectacle of a race here, and I hope that will be a good race as well. Some good racing here. And go on
Let's
if you want. You can. Oh, you want to be interviewed after the race? Okay.
let's line up in order here. So we need Fast Racer to pass Arisneta. Arisneta to back off, like just a hint. This will be myself 50. At Manos to behind the yellow car that is Eris. So we need up Manos all the way up, not the yellow and blue, the yellow car all the way at the end of the pits. Behind that will be Mr. Monaco's, so Mr. Monaco's lined up fine. Behind that will be Lemon. So behind the car that's red, the plain red car, that's that's Lemon. After that should be Jam. So Jam, if you could fit yourself up a little bit. Mustang in 9th place, and 10th place is going to be Jason. Do you want me to clear out the rest of the cars so we have a little bit less lag?
Yeah, that would be smart.
Okay.
Just let me confirm all the drivers are here first.
Looks like it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, what the fuck? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, it looks like they're all here, yeah. Yeah, it will be a standing start, old man.
Do you want to do a single pace lap and line up on the grid?
I mean, we're just gonna roll out of the pit lane, do the reconnaissance lap, you know, so from the pits to the grid, and then we'll start.
All right. Next question is, do these things have pit stops?
They will be having pit stops in the official league, but for now the systems weren't ready enough for the Patriot Grand Prix to have pit stops. So, no, it's
Do they each have tire wear?
they technically do have tire wear, so you could do a pit stop. Just yeah, you know the drill. Stop the car. You could jump out of it or just let the car regen the tires, but the tire wear is probably not high enough to do that.
Okay. So I guess if it comes to that, the pit lane rules are just do the pit
Although
stop
to
at
be
the pit lane.
fair, I tested the cars without the handbrake, and with the hairpin they do use the handbrake, so it might really rear tires a bit much more than I'm used to.
All right. I think this race should be about 30 laps, so I'm gonna clear, or I'll clear the time board after we're all lined up.
Yeah, sure.
30 laps is about 30 minutes with cautions. So I guess the
You line up on the grid in your correct grid slot.
are we okay? Okay.
That's not what I meant with do your reconnaissance lap, but okay. This works, I
I
guess. It
It
works.
works enough. We'll just go for it. I think I just want the race done.
Yeah, we will roll
Order
with it.
is Gohan in first
No,
place.
he did not. Okay.
Jack Pro in second. Third place behind that will be Fast Racer. Fourth place is Eris. Fifth place is Manos. So yep, Manos up here. Wherever Up Manos is. Where's Up Manos?
What's wrong?
Fifth place.
What's wrong, Lemon?
Sixth place is Mr. Monaco. He's lined up. Seventh place we need Lemon over here. Eighth place
No,
is
we're
GM.
not gonna do a pace lap. It's just standing here, and then we'll start the race.
Ninth place is Mustang, and 10th place is Jason, so Jason can move up here.
Wait, do the lights work or not? I hope so.
Yes, they
Okay.
do.
Because I remember
Well,
I remember a certain South Bend race where we just had to rely on the flag going green.
If anyone goes, I'm smiting them. I'm just making sure it works.
Yeah, okay, they
Okay,
work.
it works.
They work. Awesome.
Alright. So, you go ahead and say the rules on jumps, and we'll get this one up on the roll.
Okay, so the situation is as followed. When you do a jump, you will have to do a drive-through penalty in first gear, rough limiting, whatever you do, just keep it in first gear across the pit lane. It will cost you a lot of time. If you don't do it, you're out of the race. So keep that in mind. During a yellow flag situation, just if there's a yellow flag, like for a safety, like for a caution or safety car, whatever you want to call it, keep racing until the finish line. So we have a race back, and then after that, slow down, keep your positions, and when the restart is announced, there is no overtaking until the leader crosses the finish line. After the leader of the race crosses the finish line, do whatever you want, keep overtaking, and yeah, that's basically it, I think.
Alright. I think we are good to go. I'm gonna clear. You want me to clear the board? Do you do quick time points?
I mean, this is not officially a championship race, so it doesn't
Okay,
really matter.
we'll keep it as it is. We'll keep it as it is then.
It's prestige, you know. It's prestige, so. Okay, I think we are ready. If you want to start the lap times, I will go in free cam.
Alright. So the lights are all going red here. Get ready, folks. And it is lights out, away we go. No jumps to call.
And Jack Pro gets
Mr.
away
Monaco still off the
beautifully
line.
well. He is taking the lead from what I see, going battling it around already with Jack Pro. Arizona to third place, and Altman is up to fourth behind Aris, overtaking Chris. Now he runs slightly wide. Chris back to fourth place, and in the background, I can't see his name. It's a CMD.
Manuel side by side with Fast Racers to make their way down into the hairpin. Jackro PC gonna try to do a drift. So does Arisnetta. Jackro with a great run here on the back straightaway gets ahead for the lead. They make the way through the chicane, side by side. Arisnetta's gonna cut through. Jackro PC at the lead once again, but maybe things could turn around. Gohan might have a run.
And it's lagging pretty hard for me. A lot of rubber banding here, and we go to Foul Rouge. Jack Pro PC still in the lead. Gohan not far behind, and Aris keeping track of those two, as well as in the background Chris is falling a bit further back. Those people who are not necessarily in SLC still struggling around across this track, whilst Jack Pro and Gohan and Aris are more familiar with it. Altmanos now in 5th place. So you see Chris now gaining a little bit on Aris Nada. In the background we have a beautiful battle between Jam and CMD for that 6th place spot as they go through the chicane right now. And we have a lot of rubber banding again.
Jam is loose. They do manage to keep out of the wall, keep away from taking away any serious time, but unfortunately for them, that was a near spin. That's going to cost quite a bit of positions.
And Otman is falling down like a brick. He went from 5th place all the way down to, and it's Monaco's around. Monaco is around, and he is now back to the last place spot of this race. He already had issues with his internet, and now he has issues with the car turning around on him. As he is
closing in on Jason.
And Jason, Jam, and Otmanos on the battle for that 7th place spot for the moment. But I think all of those drivers would have liked to be a bit more up the front, as Otmanos now around the outside on Jason in the hairpin as we go through the chicane here. And they're still battling around with each other. It's a lot of rubber banding, but it looks like Otmanos has overtaken Jason. But Jason is not giving away any time soon. He's giving Oddman a tough battle, but Oddman already on the back end of Jam as they go to Faux Rouge.
Yep. And Oddman's right there on the rear bumper side by side through club sector. Now into the carousel. Jam has gotten a slightly better exit, but Oddmanos might have something to say. They make their way through the exit.
Manos was looking decent in qualifying as well. He started 5th, and he has made a mistake, presumably somewhere, as he goes around the outside on Jam, side by side to the chicane. Manos now slightly ahead here. Will he make it stick going into the last sector? Still side by side.
Mind you, there's a battle there, I think, for the lead between Jack Pro and never mind.
There is. Oh, Jack Pro is stuck. Oh, and he's not stuck anymore. It's always a weird situation when they are stuck on track because of rubber banding and stuff.
Not bad.
And Altmano seems to have overtaken Jam now for good. Can Jam fight back into the hairpin section? As they enter the hairpin right now, Altmano is also gaining slightly on CMD there, as Jason is being overtaken by Mr. Monaco in the background.
Yeah, making the move. It's hard to tell with all this rubber banding. I think they are still basically on each other, but Jam, by the straightaway, things clear out. He is ahead by about a car length or two.
And then Lemon is slowly but slightly catching up with Chris here in the background. A small battle we might see in a few laps time. You know what I mean?
For the lead.
Exactly.
Yeah, battle for the lead. Battle for the lead, side by side. Jack Pro,
side
PC,
by
Gohan.
side through the final chicane here. Across the straight we go. Jack Pro maintains the lead for now, but Gohan is trying his best to make it a first place spot for him once again, but Jack Pro is holding on. Through Faux Rouge we go to a double right-hander. Can Gohan do anything about this? Side by side here. And we have a lot of rubber banding, so we can't really see who's taking the lead.
So it might be Jack Pro.
Yeah, Jack Pro still maintains that slight small gap here. But no mistake can be made with those two. As we have our
clearing from
first
Jam background.
As we have our first lap car, as Mr. Monaco, a guy who's pretty fast himself, is struggling with internet issues here today, and he can't compete, it seems. As Jack Pro has a small gap now, as we will be watching Mr. Monaco. Mr. Monaco is stuck on track. Will we have a caution because of that? And he is out of the server. Caution will go in next lap. Finish the race back when the leaders cross the finish line.
So this is a race back. You're still going to go full speed until you cross the start finish line. Specifically the leaders. So otherwise, just keep rolling.
Yeah, keep
Jack Pro,
keep
PC.
rolling. Keep rolling until said otherwise.
Yeah. It's going to start off with Jack Pro. They make their way through the chicane. Looks like a tight exit for Jack Pro,
Gohan had a snap
but
of oversteer on the exit here.
and it's gonna be Jack Pro that gets it.
Jack Pro gets the lead. Gohan in second place, and I assume Aris will take that third place spot because she's in the middle of nowhere. Wait, who's the pace car driver?
There's somebody in pace car right now.
No, I'm just wondering because otherwise I'll drive.
I think they could probably. I think Jack Pro could probably drive himself.
Oh yeah, that's fine. And just
Manos and Mustang, a photo finish. I'll review that one to see who got it at the line, visually.
Jason will take the 9th place spot. We will give Mr. Monaco only a lap here, or maybe a lap and a half to come back. If he can't, we will resume racing without him.
So Manos finished ahead of Mustang on my screen, from my stream.
Yeah, I wasn't really
So the
spectating
board-
him, so let's just
Yeah,
say
yeah.
that Amanos supposed to be in front then. So
I also had monos.
So, yeah, it was Manos that was ahead.
and drivers catch up to each other, keep that pacing speed not too high, not too low, especially with his
Just,
rubber rim banding.
Just get back up to the leaders if you guys can.
Yeah,
Again,
exactly.
Manos is ahead of Mustang. I know it might not seem that way, but you gotta remember there's a thing called vision lag. It is client-based. So, Mustang, please stay behind Manos.
And we are giving Mr. Monaco till the end of this lap to come back.
Again, Mustang, please let Manos by. Manos, please go faster. Thank you. As Fast Racer having an issue while pacing. They get back going. Jason's making the way back up. And Mr. Monaco's still not in game, so they may have called it. So that could be an unfortunate disconnect that just seemed to be too much. We'll see. Jack Pro closes in on the chicane, as we're already about a third of the way through this race. Again, cautions are an expected circumstance, so.
Oh, I think, did we put on the yellow plates?
No.
No,
No,
awesome.
no, 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 no.
Okay.
No, 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 no,
No, don't go,
no, no,
don't go, do not go. Do not go.
Let the hosts run it,
Yeah.
please, Monty.
But we will go green this lap, this time by, we will go green. Jack
Let me-
Pro,
I'm gonna move his car off the track.
yeah, sure. Jack Pro in the lead.
Oh.
And
Okay, we're not gonna move his car off the track.
remember, when Jack Pro crosses the finish line, you cannot overtake. So the leader across the finish line, you can all overtake each other.
So just don't pass until Jack Pro crosses the line. Fast Racer, make your way up. We'll be like 60 miles an hour here.
Excellent.
Guys, fit yourselves, fit yourselves, fit yourselves. Lemon, Fast Racer, move up. Mustang, move up. Try to fit yourselves.
Yeah, we won't start this
Not like
lap
that,
if
not
it
like
looks
that, not
this.
like that, not like that, not like that. We can't start like this.
We will do another lap of pacing.
Lemon, please stay behind the car ahead of you. Alright, you guys can speed up again just to get this one figured out. Just a little. You're also going to need to carry that speed up the this little hill. So. By the way, for the top three, we do have a podium, so once this race ends.
And not only do we have a podium, we also have a Robux payout for the podium places as well. And it seems to go to the Jack Pro, Gohan, and Arisnada. They are really dominating that podium places. But if Chris or Lemon step up their game, they might have a good chance as
Lemon.
well.
Lemon, guys. Figure your shit out. Oh, Jam is having issues. Jam, get back up there. I think we could be good to go.
And it's green flag and we go, go, go.
What? Bad start there by Lemon. As well as Gohan. Arisnet passing Gohan, closing in on Jack Pro PC. As they make their way through the club sector into the carousel, Gohan's going to pass by.
But we also have a
There's your top
heavy
three.
battle in the middle of the track. We have Altman and Manos, Chris, Mustang, and Lemon all battling it out for that fourth place spot, the best of the rest, as they call it.
Three
And it's
wide.
Chris now overtaking in the hairpin. Altman not far behind, and Mustang close by as well. As we go through the chicane, Chris seems to be the guy who takes that spot right now, but Altmanos might have to say otherwise, as he cuts across Chris.
Fast Racer and Atmanos potentially in a battle here.
For that
Side by
fourth
side
place
up the
spot.
hill.
Mustang now lacking a bit further back with the battle for Lemon for that sixth place spot. As he drives in his Swedish car, and he's around.
Oh.
Mustang is around.
I just saw that in the background. That was a pretty big impact into the barrier.
Yeah, I saw that a bit more direct as I was watching Lemon. Lemon now overtakes Mustang after that mistake he made, but we will be going back to Otman, who's still trailing Chris for that fourth place spot.
Arisnet spins around on the edge of the chicane.
Ooh, and she
Loses
loses
a
a
couple
couple
spots.
places there. And we are halfway
Unfortunate.
the race. We are the cross point.
We're in lap 14.
Yeah, okay. But as it looks, it will either go to Jack Pro or Gohan. Aris now falling behind with that spin she had. She might climb back up to third place spot, as she's not far behind Altman and Chris. But will she be able to in those 15 laps? I think she can, but catching up back to Jack Pro and Gohan will be a task and a half for her. As you might see a battle between Jason and Jam. Let me check that out.
Jack Pro side by side for the lead with Gohan. Now they're the final turn.
And
Gohan's
Gohan
going
goes
to
to
take
the
the lead.
back. He's going to the lead of the Grand Prix, and it might be for the first time this race, because Jack Pro had a really great start. And it's only a 16,000th of a second between those two guys. As currently Jack Pro also holds quick time with a 45.9. He's the first one to do a legal 45. Absolutely amazing lap for him. Gohan is not far behind with a 46.0.
Oh, Gohan's around.
Gohan is around. That's not great for him. Ooh, and he's stuck
Back
into
in-
the wall as well. Chris now to second place. Might Altman say something about his third place? No, Altman is too far behind, but Altman is tangled in a battle with Arisneta. Arisneta into the wall. As she loses a couple of seconds once again with that move. Altman is not looking too great with his speed against Aris, but Aris, if she keeps making those mistakes, she will not get around him. Although
Gohan clearing Fast Racer. Yep. That's about right.
yeah, we did not expect anything else. Although I do think with this disadvantage, it will take a mistake to get Jack Pro back for that lead. Because Jack Pro and Gohan have been battling all around for those first place spots, and they have not been able to leave each other 1 inch of room.
Oh, Gohan's around again.
And Chris goes around as well. It's a double spin.
There's back up to second.
And there goes Altman up to fourth right now. And there they went from a ballet dance, doing some pirouettes.
Oh god, this is 100% Jack Pro's race to win. Maybe the tire wear is a factor here.
It's his to lose. It's like he will not be knocked off if the race keeps going like this. As Jason has been overtaken by Pineapple Jam for that 8th place spot here. As of course Mr. Monaco is still classified 10th here, but he has not been able to finish this race due to his connection issues he's been struggling with the past few races already as well.
Been a very tough weekend for Mr. Monaco.
As we get an onboard lap with Jack Pro here, as we are in his cockpit view.
Teleported.
Yeah, exactly. It's the rubber banding is horrible.
So that's an 11-second gap. That's how big an 11-second gap looks. That's crazy.
That's crazy. But Arisnada is now battling with Goham for that second place spot.
Time-wise, looks about accurate. She's
Yeah,
starting to kind of get a grip of things.
and of course you always would like to battle for the first place spot, but if you can't, those places on the podium always make a difference. Because second place still sounds better than that third place. As they both
So
go
next
through the final chicane, it seems like Aris takes a little bit more advantage of the track than Gohan does, but Aris now really on the back of Gohan here to Faux Rouge.
Side by side, I think.
Yeah,
Yes. No?
it's
Yes.
guessing.
These cars are just teleporting everywhere, but looks like Eris might be able to rebound up to second.
As Jason will be lapped by Jack Pro here. As we go to the chicane, no, Jason hits the wall, almost spins it, but he saves it beautifully here. But he's been lapped by Jack Pro. He's the first car to be lapped without internet issues. So as Lemon is stuck here and he teleports, okay, it's fine.
Oh, Jason into the wall.
Ooh, Jason keeps standing on track and he's driving once again. He's driving an absolute beauty of a car here, the number 20. With the classical The Wall sponsor on it as well, as he always does. And he's into the wall again, and Gohan has let loose of Arisnada, so there's a gap there forming as well. But we have a battle for that fourth place spot again, as Chris and Otman are both battling it out for that fourth place spot. They're side by side here, down this on this
Eris
downhill.
around again.
Aris round again. This might be
oh dear.
interesting for the podium places, to be honest. If they keep spinning it and in the last corner they do it once again, yeah, then they are screwed.
Yeah, we're less than 10 laps to go. And these two side by side as they make their way up the hill. Could be a significant factor.
And keep in mind that, of course, this is not a official championship race, but most of those drivers like Altman, Lemon, and a few others like that showed up in practice are official drivers of the UF Motorsports League, so they want to get some laps in for the official season. So this is quite handy to get to know the car better. As we look at those top two drivers, it's Jack Pro and ooh, Altman very wide as Aris cuts the chicane there. One goes completely wide, the other just goes straight through. And Jason is in the pit lane. Will he pull it off or will he do a pit stop?
Let's see. He comes to a stop eventually, right there.
As
Jumps out.
even the
Gets
spectating
back
system,
in.
and he has done a pit stop, I think.
Might have done a pit stop.
Yeah,
Yes, he has.
he's the
made his
only
way back
guy
on
who's
track.
done a pit stop, but it's good to see he has done one. So we also know what pit stops look like.
Very familiar to a GTI stop.
And an IndyCar stop, the Super Indy stop as well, as we all know.
Mm-hmm.
With a beautiful pit limiter system that doesn't work.
Yeah.
You know, Manos
one
has
could
gotten
dream.
in front of Arisnada again, although Arisnada crosses back for this section, and it looks like Chris has taken a small gap from both of them. So as it looks like, he might get a shot at the podium as well.
So currently the main battle on track being for fourth place between Aris and Manos through the carousel, about side by side here. That was a really good exit by Manos on Arisneta. Now down the hill to go. Teleporting.
Yeah, exactly, but it looks like Arisnada might have put a second, maybe two ahead of Otman right now. As we go through the chicane here. Ooh, Aris into the wall.
Blink.
Ooh, that's
Big little boink. She's lost some speed there into turn one.
That
Manos right there. So it seems Eris has a habit of being a fast driver, but she's making a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, those cars are not necessarily the most easy to drive, especially coming out of that chicane after the downhill section. That runoff area is not the most grippiest, and even with the Formula Micros, you could spin them around pretty easily on that part of the track. But it seems like Aris now has let gone of Oddman, and Oddman is back to 5th. Can Aris get back onto the podium? We have four or five laps remaining for that, as Aris hits the wall once again.
Little thing to talk about. Gohan has been taking down time lap by lap. I think there could have been an incident where Jack Pro might have spun, because I think he had like a 13-second lead or something.
Yeah, it might
Or
have. And
Gohan's
Gohan
closing
has taken the quick time away from Jack Pro by.
What
Wow,
did?
damn, he is doing quick time after quick time. Those are battling it out with each other, just like I said. And then Jack Pro gives his answer and he takes quick time back again. They're not playing around with each other. And then we have Arisneta with the third fastest lap time with a 46.8.
Jack Pro, as always, whenever there's these big money races, he's there to win it.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
That's how he is. That's how he is.
As I'm looking
will
for
find a way
any
to win.
battles across the track right now, but it's a lot of gaps. Lemon has been led by Jack Pro.
Jack Pro has won races for 1,000 Robux before, like the Superstar race at Arcadia Speedway. He's won at OAM when there's all that money being put to it. That was also like a 1,000 Robux to win race. So here we have 500. It's just a Jack Pro thing.
Yeah, exactly. Gohan has been losing a little bit of time again on Jack Pro, because it was a 9-second gap just a few laps ago. It's a 10-second gap already. As Arisneta is about to lap jam. But it seems to be a battle between Jason and Jam.
I don't think it is.
Oh no, Jason is clipped now, never mind.
Yeah.
It's still a battle, but not for a position.
Yeah,
That
we're 2 to go,
actually.
by the way. Actually, yeah. So we're 2 to go here. Jack Pro
Oh,
with
go on
a
taking
mostly
lap
clear
back
track.
on Jack Pro. We went from a
That was a pretty
10.1 gap.
fast one. Yeah.
Gohan has done the 45.8 as well, but not quite enough to take off Jack Pro PC. It's only 0.003 of a second. Those are gaps smaller than a. Yeah,
It's gonna have to
they're
take something
small.
big at this point.
It's just
Yeah,
like
it's gonna have to take something absolutely big. We're only like a lap and a half left here. So it really is Jack's race to lose.
But it looks like Arisneta might be catching Chris here, as well known as Fast Racer. Arisneta not that far behind anymore.
Gone.
Yeah, where's my car? Where was your internet?
R.I.P.
Yeah. As we are
Jack
in
Pro
the
makes his way one last time around the carousel.
Ooh,
His
Aris
final lap.
going wide again, and this time she does not spin around. She might have learned from that multiple times of not trying to spin around there, but she hits well once again.
Jack Pro makes his way closing into the final chicane. He's in the last sector.
As
Only
he
a
goes
couple
through
more
the
turns
final
to go.
chicane, and for the first race of the BMWs, Jack Pro PC will be the winner of this BMW race, and he takes home that
He takes-
500 Robux as he does the celebratory donuts across the finish line, and it is a great race for him as Gohan now through the final four corners. He's going backwards across the finish line. Absolutely amazing.
Lemon, you're done too. Lemon, you're done too.
Yeah, Lemon, you're done as well. You have been lapped. Your race is over, and
Mind you, Fast Racer and Eris might be cooking up something.
yeah, but
Really depends
for
on how this fast turn works.
last corner it takes home, and Chris in that third place spot. Arisnada in P4. Manos will take it home in P5 because he's the last one in the lap on the lead
Leaders,
lap.
yeah. Jam's gonna finish us up in 8th place, and then it's gonna be Jason. Fortunately, and Jason's come on, Jason, you got this, guy. Make it to the start finish line. Jason finishes up in 9th. All right.
Yeah.
That's your race. If we could get the top three to the podium,
Yep.
I guess we could teleport them, right?
Uh, yeah, I can teleport them.
Let me jump Jack, TP Jack, jump Gohan, TP Goat.
Yeah,
He's
I think
gone.
he left. Yeah.
He always does this.
Let Mr. Monaco then stand on the podium for Gohan.
All right, Mr. Monaco, you take his place. I'll give you the trophy.
Yeah, exactly. And then we need Chris here as well.
All right. There's a drink. It's oh.
There was a drink. I'm standing in the liquid.
All right. Well, we got Jack Pro PC, our winner today. I'll take the screenshot. You could do the interview if you want.
Yeah, sure. Jack Pro PC, you won it, of course. Let me invite you to the stage. Tell us, how was the race for you going? Of course, amazing battles with Gohan. Talk us through it. How
Yeah.
was it for you?
That was great. I was just like, for a lot of the laps, I was just like right side by side with Gohan. It was good racing, and I was like locked out of the podium for the last two races in SLC because there was like Twin, and Aris, and Blue Jay, and like literally every single driver who would just like curb stomp me in all those races. But then I get in like the rear wheel drive series, and I drive a BMW that's like actually really similar to this IRL. So it all just like worked out in my favor, and I finally got up here.
Yeah, of course you were dominating. You have taken quick time as well. It's you were cooking something up today. Tell us, how was the cars in your opinion? Of course, we had a small issue with the layout, and the mapping of the buttons, but uh,
Yeah, as soon as you fix that, I was like, perfect. I like these cars.
quite nice indeed. Uh, Anything else you want to say? Want to add to the race today?
Not really. It was just like really good racing. Like those quick times was like 0.003 difference.
Yeah, exactly. It was quite close,
Crazy.
and it's also quite noticeable. You took the quick time right after go home, took your quick time away. It was like we didn't have a battle for the lead, but you took that battle to another extent while taking quick times. And yeah, it doesn't count for points, but it's still great to have that quick time on this track.
Yep.
Um, yeah, second place is Gohan, but since Gohan isn't here, we're just gonna talk with Mr. Monaco.
What my damn mind.
He's not in the VC anymore. Oh yeah, he is. Never mind.
Alright, bring him up onto the stage. Unfortunate day for your
Three
internet.
for me. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
All right, Gohan, that was a great race for
Yeah,
you.
fuck
Second
it,
place. Tell us
obviously.
through it.
No. It's Mr. Monaco.
Okay, Mr. Monaco, not the best result for you, but yet you're standing in the podium. Uh, Talk us through your race. Of course, you were disconnected lap 9, but before that, talk us how you felt.
Well, for starters, I really hate understeer in cars. Personally, not adjusted to understeer because personally I drive oversteer cars in real life, so this was just not the thing for me. And then again, I make better choices in cars than in Wi-Fi, so there's that.
Yeah. Yeah, of course you
Or
didn't
with the
have.
Ferraris complaining about the Wi-Fi. Username Ferrari owner.
Yeah, but like,
I mean, a Ferrari is more valuable than a Wi-Fi.
oh well, it is what it is. At least you gave it your best. Your quick time wasn't worse. It wasn't bad at all. So for your capabilities, your limits with your Wi-Fi, you did pretty good, in my opinion.
Yeah, it was all right. I just need maybe next year, maybe I'll have to buy better Wi-Fi actually,
Yeah,
so I
that
can actually compete.
yeah, that might be a good idea.
All right, Shuffle. I actually got you a good I got you a good photo to use for the podium photo.
Alright, nice.
Let me send it to you. Let me send it to you. You get a kick out of it.
Lovely.
Okay, that should work. That should work.
Go on.
Uh, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Let's.
That's fine. Fast Racer, you can just chat. That's also fine. So I will just ask you the question. You can respond in chat. So that's your debut race for the BMWs. Of course, you're not really known in the SLC world. You are quite known in the UF Motorsports world. Of course, taking a pole in horrible Formula One cars multiple times. But today it was the BMWs, not open wheel cars. Tell us, how did it go to your experience?
Ha 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 ha. This was really fun.
Adapting to these cars.
Let you read it.
You didn't expect on the podium. No, of course, Iris has had a few spins as well as you spun around as well with Gohan together, like hand in hand almost. But you only did it once. Iris had a couple more spins, and you took that podium. Tell us how you feel when you got onto that podium place. What was you thinking?
He was thinking.
Hey,
Woo.
woo. he was fairly happy. Raw freedom. No, okay, that was a great race for you. I hope to
Oh,
see
speaking of
you.
which,
I hope to see you in the season for the when the actual season starts, because
you guys want
I'm
to hear
pretty
something funny?
I'm pretty
Go
sure you
ahead.
would do okay. Okay, I'm not sure if Aris still in game. Aris is in game. Does Aris want to interview though? That's the question. Alright. You have been invited to speak. Holy shit, is that a Toyota Prius?
No, the fuck?
Yeah, I was. Oh, it's in this. Okay, I was watching from far. But anyway, that was some sort of race for you. That was like at one point you were battling for the lead, and at the other point you were just scrapping around for that fifth place spot. It was a roller coaster for you, most likely. Tell us, how did it go from your perspective?
I mean, I don't really know what else I can say other than I tried. Uh, I really did try, but like, I didn't get that much practice with the car. I wish I could have gotten more, but like, I really didn't get as much as I wish I could. Um, the car felt kind of weird. Like, I only realized that it was better to have ABS off to kick the tail out on like lap 7. So during all of qualifying, I was just kind of sketchily handbraking to make the hairpin to minimal success because it was a really bad like technique. But like I guess it was fine. It was a fun race. Honestly, big shame I couldn't get the podium. I feel like, as always, since I don't tend to practice that much, my pace was just kind of it just decided to pick up uh after it should have. But I guess that's just what I get for not practicing that well. I don't know if there's anything I can do complaining because like I drove what I could, everyone else I know drove what they could. But I feel like if maybe if I dedicate a little bit more time to practicing, I wouldn't be here giving the interview after like 3 other people.
Yeah, of course you were showing some good pace, especially in a few stages of the race where you were battling for that first place spot for a few laps as well. Your quick time isn't necessarily that far off the top two drivers here, so it might be a case of practice. Yeah. Now I forgot the question I
Yeah.
wanted to ask. That's amazing.
Huh?
I did this. I forgot the question I wanted to ask. That's fucking
Oh
amazing.
my god.
This is so fucking awkward. Um, yeah. Do you feel like if you would have made less mistake that you would have at least gotten that podium?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, like I spun around like at the same place like 3 times.
Yeah, the
Like
after the
2 of them
chicane.
were before. 2 of them were before the safety car, so I guess that kind of saved me. But not being able to recover really well really
Yeah.
hurt me a lot. Oh yeah, I also spun around on the turn before they hit me. Once I took too aggressive of a line and I ended up just finding myself sideways, pointing inwards. So I kind of had to like very poorly uh fix my position or whatever. It was a bit annoying, honestly, because the car really felt restricted, as in it didn't really turn much. So I kind of had to work around that because I don't tend to work with those like cars like that. I tend to work with cars that uh turn, especially on the uphill. It really felt like I just had to drop all speed, or else I wouldn't make the corner. And I wouldn't be able to get like a decent setup for the like first turn of the club sector. But I mean, I guess that's just how it is with a car that's kind of like understeery by nature. Definitely took a lot of getting used to, and I'm gonna go from driving this to driving a car that just turns too much for the fucking time attack.
Oh, that's
It's gonna
gonna
be an
be
amazing
it's gonna
learning
be
experience.
it's gonna be a curve, yeah. Well,
Yeah, I'm
anyways,
gonna have to go.
thanks for attending, and you put on a good show.
Thank you for the interview.
Okay.
Am I getting carjacked
Uh,
on live TV?
Altman, do you want to be interviewed?
Oh, Rover just disconnected. Rover's just his internet's dying.
Like everyone is selling, saying that Monaco has bad internet, but Roba hasn't the best internet this weekend either.
Rover's been having one.
Oh shit! I invited the wrong guy to speech. So Altman, that is a sixth place. Yeah, sixth place for you. Of course, at one
Sorry, fifth
point.
place.
No, oh yeah, huh? Oh yeah, fifth
It's
place for
fifth
you.
place.
Fifth place for you. My bad. Of course, it looked like you could have battled for the podium, but at the end of the race, you lost a bit of pace. Tell us, how did the race look for you?
Well, going from qualifying to the race, I was pretty confident I will stay on the top five, and knowing like the other drivers will make many mistakes and stuff, I can like sneak out to the podium or something. But yeah, the race started, and I was really concerned on the starting procedure. So I've had, to be honest, one of the best starts I've ever had in a standing start. But yeah, the pace wasn't there just to keep up on the front. Well, I kept fighting for like P4, P5, but mistakes just doesn't keep it quite like you want. Like if I made less mistakes and was a little bit less under pressure, I would have like fighted Aris and Fast Racer more. Like we've had some similar pace, but the pressure I think is the only thing that kept slowing me down.
Yeah, of course the season will start at 28th with preseason testing. Of course, you're the driver for GMG Motorsport, paired together with Isle of Football, who could not sadly join the race today. How are you looking towards this season? Like, what are your chances from your perspective?
Well, if we can keep it like this, it will be amazing. Like I think it's enough for me if I just stay consistent for the moment, as this race like was my first competitive race like in many months. So it was kind of again renewing the experience and getting the things back to my mind. So as a first try for like months, I think I did really well, and by the time I will make sure to improve myself and start fighting for podiums consistently.
Okay, thank you for your time and good luck this season.
Thank you.
Okay, then we have CMD left. CMD, do you want to be interviewed? I guess he wants to be interviewed because he's asking to be on stage. Yeah, you're invited to speech. You can just join it.
Just there's a little button that'll
Yeah.
say like join stage.
There we go.
Yep.
Well,
How's it going?
it's going pretty good. Thanks for asking. That's a P7 for you? Do I say that correctly, or P8?
Yes, yes.
We can review that on stream, but it was a great race for you. It was a good race for you, I suppose.
I
Tell it.
mean, it's my first race racing HSE cars. Uh, just trying to get into this type of stuff because I want to race some different stuff.
Yeah,
Uh,
then it's not bad for a debut. Finishing not far B.
yeah.
So tell us, how did the race go from your perspective?
Uh, I'm actually quite impressed. I got a good start off the line. I just gotta keep running consistent. Um, I just gotta kind of get used to these cars because it's way different from tank chassis cars.
That's completely true. The tank chassis will not be remotely close to the HSE cars we see here today. Of course, it's a bumpy track as well. The suspension looked like it would handle the bumps quite well, but you could not really make a mistake. Tell us how you felt about those mistakes that were made during the race.
That was just all my fault, really. I'm trying to get used to these cars. Once I go over the bumps, some of them get me loose, some of them spin me out. But the hairpin is a little weird because you have to use the handbrake, but I kept on using yes. And I tried the handbrake one time and I spun out. Um, it's a little different from just running tank chassis NASCARs.
Yeah, exactly. Although I have to say the hairpin was really tight. Yeah, I saw multiple drivers not being able to put a handbrake move uh, in a correct manner, or just deciding not to and use it entirely. So that was a massive difference between those top two and the top four, maybe even, and the rest of the grid. But still, a P8 for you on your debut HSE race is not a bad result at all.
P7. Um, my buddy Sheeb got me into this because he's been running here, or Shibe, if you know him. He
Yeah,
runs
I know
Rockstock.
Shibe. We have met.
Um, yeah, just all around, I had a
That's
fun
pretty good.
time.
Can you repeat that, please? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. My bad.
Um, all around, I had a fun time. That's what I just said.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Sometimes this is not always about winning or losing, just about having a fun time. Well, I appreciate you guys coming. I don't think any other guys are here left. So, with that being said, I hope you had a great time. We will be running this league officially the 28th of this month. There will be preseason testing hosted at Circuit Asse. It's a ditch track, a road course as well, but it's fairly flat. And for those interested, the link is in the description, and we will see you soon.
Yeah, that being said, make sure to give his stuff a check out. Again, it is in my description as well. There's more stuff coming today. Of course, at 12 p.m. in just about 40 minutes, we will get to the Time Attack series. Not really a series, but more so an event. Really just a run what you brung for most of it, just divided by lap time, basically. Essentially, that's going to be fun. At 2 p.m., about 2 hours, 40 minutes from now, we'll be doing the Super Indies, hopefully. That's going to be a pretty fun race. Those are fast cars, are faster than any other racing class, only beaten by time attack cars. At 4 p.m., we'll be doing the Jim Kill Doom Buggy race with Chuggy Development. Make sure to give that a check out, of course. That's going to be very fun to see those cars reaching easily 50 feet into the air off that jump, off the final turn. Many other jumps will be set onto the track, but that's going to be the big one. So, thank you guys for watching. Check out Oof Motorsports. And that should close the stream off.
Yeah, exactly. See you guys soon.
I think I